August 12th, 2024, 9:15 a.m. An ordinary day in an abandoned area by the riverbank. The damp earth, the silence, broken only by the roar of the wind. I was just looking for scrap metal, but one detector signal turned a routine walk into the beginning of a story that is still difficult for me to comprehend. The ground beneath his feet suddenly felt alien, pumping. Something was wrong. The models of the soil layers in the area did not foreshadow anything unusual, but the sensors began to go crazy. Experts will later say that such signals should not appear in this soil. I had been digging for an hour when the shovel hit something that made a sound that didn't sound like metal or stone. It was a hollow, almost moaning sound. Escalation. The atmosphere was heating up. I started to peel off layer by layer. The strange rust covering the object began to crumble, revealing strange symbols. The urgency increased. The air became heavy, like before a storm. I knew that if I didn't get it now, I would regret it for the rest of my life. But if I continued, the consequences could become irreversible. Hit. The object emerged from the ground. It wasn't just an item. It was a construction created by hands that did not know modern tools. The moment I touched it, I felt a vibration pass through my entire body. The first visual images are a strange engraving that seemed to change its shape under sunlight. Turn. But what happened next was worse than I expected. As soon as I retrieved the find, chaos began around me. The animals fell silent, the compass in their hands began to spin wildly, and the sky overhead was covered with an unnatural haze. It wasn't just a find. It was the activation point of something that had been hidden for decades. A complete disaster. The communication systems are down. The phone has become a useless piece of plastic. I was trapped in a territory that seemed to be changing physically. The feeling of helplessness was absolute. I was holding in my hands an object that was clearly older than the history of this place itself, and it began to react to my presence. Human stories. At that moment, I remembered the stories of local old-timers who called this place cursed. I was one-on-one with a subject that shouldn't exist. I made a desperate decision to isolate the find immediately, before something happens that can no longer be fixed.